Hey, buddy.
We're still the champions. We
I
will
I
be
don't
the
care.
champions still another year.
Maz,
Uh,
it was anyway, that the topics that we're going to talk about today is one, what the game. We might touch up on the Champions League a slight bit, Europa League, and whatever happened this weekend. But let's start off with what we just saw. And it wasn't easy to see. I mean, it was horrible. I mean, really, for me, it was what do they call it? Hard on the eyes is what it was, especially the second half.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, I get you. But it's again, let's go back. It's really hard to keep those bunch of players motivated. They've won it. Their minds are already there on vacation. Slot gave them 3 days after the last match, so in theory they came back Thursday, probably Friday, to training. They've been away. If you follow the social media of all the players, they've been away. Some of them on the beach, some of them visiting other cities. So uh, obviously they're not in the shape mentally, let's say, to challenge to fight for it. They're not really motivated. I thought playing Arsenal would be motivation itself. And because these guys will touch upon Arsenal. These guys with the biggest mouth in the last 5 years, claiming that they're the top of the world in football. They've won fuck all. Every week you hear someone come out. I mean, Arteta came out and he said we're the best team in Europe, we're the best team in Champions League. He said Liverpool won it just because they were in the right time and the right place. I don't get it. What do you mean by in the right time? You win football games and you win the league. That's how you do it. If you don't win, just like Arsenal, you don't win shit. It's not about the right timing. But anyway, so this itself should be a motive for the guys. They did well in the first half, mind you, not in the first 10 minutes, 10, 12 minutes. They weren't
No.
good. But then somehow, they wasted a couple of chances, Gakpo, and then we got a couple of quick goals. And I thought, yes, this will be it. We're going to win 4-5. No. Something happened in the halftime. Obviously, we've already won it. Just another 45 minutes. Let's give it away. If there's something I'm disappointed. I mean, the guy just won us the league slot, but the changes, I don't see the point of it. I mean, you either push the youngsters and say, yeah, I've got 3 more matches, let me try them. And this is a good chance. Nobody would blame you if you lose. But then you put on Trent and you said you're disappointed because he chose to leave. And then this guy goes not even 90 seconds. He plays the Mourinho on onside and they score. He gives away a goal. There's no point whatsoever to play Trent today, unless you have an agenda against him. You wanted to throw him under the bus, and that worked in a way. I mean, yes, they've got the booze from the cup. The rest of the Liverpool fans, I don't give a shit what they think. You have to support the player. He didn't choose the club. Why should I choose him? I mean, I'm hearing now after the analysis after the match, Yamstab saying, yeah, it's disappointing to see the fans and the fans in the main stand were urging the cop not to boo Trent. Why would I not do it? The guy chose to leave everything and go to Real. Why would I not boo him?
It's an
He's
opinion, Maz. It's an opinion, meaning that if your fans want you, okay, you're not getting more. It's not the money, supposedly. What is it then? The status? So if you play for Real Madrid, you're you become better as a player? No, you don't. I can point
no,
out a few players at
no.
Real
Look,
Madrid that
look.
are
This is
shit.
there's no reason whatsoever. I mean, I get the lure and the attraction of the two Spanish giants, but this is the same guy. If you go on Google, the early days, he was a Barca fan, sort of. So to come out and say it's a dream for me to play for him, it's just bullshit, man. It's just bullshit. Anyway, that's not the point. He can choose to fuck up wherever he wants to go. But why would I bring him on?
I,
I would have
it
put
baffles
Kwanzaa.
me.
I would have put Kwanzaa. I would have pulled Curtis Jones on the right back. I mean, give minutes for Kwanzaa. So, Slot himself said that Kwanzaa has potential, but he still needs to work on this, the last minute decision. Give him the chance. Why to put Trent? I don't get it. Anyway, and
To be
then
honest, I
and
don't
then
think it has an
and then
agenda, Maz. But
no,
anyway,
anyway, and then look at this. You put Darwin Nunez. I mean, the guy, every single one,
Maz, he couldn't
journalist or
score to
fan,
save his own life.
and
Maz,
forget about this. He's going to be sold. It's a very well known fact. Why do you put
it's
him then?
waste. It's a waste of time putting
Put
him on.
put another
Put
youngster.
some exactly. Put a youngster. Put Doak. Put sorry, not Doak. What's his name? Dance or
Dance
whatever
is
his
not
name
no.
is.
Dance is
He's on
injured.
loan.
He's on loan. He's injured. But anyway, put anyone. To a point. Put Jota ahead of him. They're both shit, but put him ahead of him. Because Jota, there's still, doubts. Is he going to be sold? Is he not going to be sold? But Darwin
Exactly.
Nunez
Try someone
is
that's
will be
guaranteed
sold.
to stay.
Yeah, these changes, I don't get it. Anyway, it is what it is.
No, it's partially on Slot today. I mean,
Yeah.
you can tell, Maz. We come in second half. What was the team talk? Because obviously, sorry, with all the respect, I mean Arteta's team talk. It didn't motivate me in the Champions League when he brought up that light bulb and shit like this. That didn't motivate me. I mean, if it motivates me, most definitely it's going to motivate the players. But it lifted nothing in me. I was like, really? That's what you came up with?
No, no. Anyway,
I
if
mean, what did our what did our Arne Slot say to our team that dragged them from being
nothing, I think that the players themselves, dropped a gear. It's obviously the second half. They're not bothered anymore. They thought they're going to walk. It's the red card actually that changed the dynamics in the last 15
That's
minutes.
true.
And
We could have lost it.
this guy should have been sent off early. Party should have been on a yellow early on. He kept on making fouls, and he gets this is the last warning, and last warning. But anyway, okay, we've won the league. No need to dwell a lot about it, but just touch upon something. There is a huge need in Liverpool for the rebuild this summer. You've seen it. The gap of quality from the bench is enormous. I mean, with all due respect, Harvey Elliott is not a starter. He's not a game changer. Who else are you going to bring? Nunez, Jota, rubbish the whole season. I mean, if there's something, I'm very grateful for Nunez for the 2 goals against Brentford, and I'm very grateful for Jota for his goal against Everton. Besides that, they could have easily scored extra 10, 15 goals each, easily. And I'm not
Easily.
exaggerating. I'm not
No, no, no,
exaggerating.
no, no, no.
These are the easy chances.
Yes.
Easily,
We're
they
not
could have
talking
scored.
about the worldies. We're talking about tap-ins and easy chances.
Yeah,
Yes, 100%. I mean,
because
today, let's be honest,
yeah,
Nunes had two chances today, and Jota had one or two also. I mean, let's just put that. And they were easy chances, don't get me wrong. Okay.
I
Salah
think
didn't have that easy chances as much as they did.
no, and it just shows you if without the goals and the numbers of Salah, we would have nowhere near the
No,
top
no
four.
way. No way. Not even second. Forget it.
As
Forget
as
half of them.
no,
Without half of them, we would have lost the league.
no,
Okay.
yeah, the I don't know. Usually Slot is the better manager in the second half. Sort of that's the pattern.
Didn't see it.
Lately, in the last month or 6 weeks, it wasn't the case. We've seen more than one time we speak about the changes.
PSG
I'm still gonna go that okay, this is not his squad, is not his team. So I'm gonna wait till the summer. He should be very clear about what he wants from his players. He should have an idea who's gonna stay, who doesn't fit for his system. And I'm gonna see next season because you need to buy the players that fit your system. Obviously, half of these players are not fit. If we need to talk about Slot is very known in Netherlands that he works on individual players on their play. Something Klopp also used to do. Those two have it. Slot goes a little bit more deeper into the analysis, the techniques also, not just the tactical. And if you see, I don't think he's really convinced of Conor Bradley. He I think every time Bradley gets a yellow, Slot
He
pulls him
takes him
out.
off.
He
Yeah.
somehow doesn't trust that he's going to survive another 15 minutes on a yellow. So this is something maybe he needs to work on. Uh, I think he's going to buy a right and a left back, definitely. You definitely
You
need.
think,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Look,
or are you
the
saying that that's what he needs?
no, I
Because
think he will because look, left back, it's like an open secret. We've been linked left, right, and center with left backs.
so
One of
true.
them will come eventually, and everybody sees it. I mean, Robertson has been a good servant for the club, but he's not capable of playing two matches per week. Plus, I would have keep him for the cup competition. I wouldn't put him in the Champions League. He's getting a little bit older. You feel it many times. He's like 3 or 4 seconds late, you know. And the communication between him and Van Dijk more often than we used. If you look at those two, more often there's an argument. There's a blaming from Van Dijk towards Robertson and vice versa. Even with the own goal a couple of weeks ago. So yes, we'll go for a right back, a left back. The right back, I think so, unless we're on a tight budget, because this is what scares me sometimes.
Unless we're definitely on a tight budget. We've always been on a tight freaking budget. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. I mean, we've done this mistake. Not we've done it. I mean, the FSG, we've done this mistake with club twice. We've been champions of Europe. We bought, I think, one defender, 4 million. The guy who's playing with Brentford now, and we won the Premier League.
the
We
league,
didn't. Yeah, we didn't buy
Thiago.
anyone.
Didn't we
Thiago
bring
Ite.
Thiago in?
Yeah, Thiago. Uh, but it shows you, I mean, just because you've won something doesn't mean you can sustain it with the same squad. Everybody else will strengthen, and that will happen. I mean, Arsenal, let's go back to Arsenal, because this club is a joke. I mean, I haven't Googled it yet, but I don't think any team ever came 3 times in a row second.
I don't think so. No, this
So,
first time ever.
uh, just feeling for the Arsenal fans, I'm going to give them a trophy because the trophy of the first team ever to win the second place 3 times in a row. These guys, the Arsenal fans, are a special breed. And let me
Okay,
go
here
into
you go.
detail
Here we
because
go.
I can get an argument from a Chelsea fan now, not before, because they've won it also. They've won the Champions League twice. They've won the league so many times. They've won the FA Cup, you name it, okay? The last 10, 15 years. But Arsenal, in the whole 138 years, 138 years, they managed to reach one final of the Champions League. And Liverpool have done it for 10 times. And we're not the best, before club came into the club. These guys have never won the Europa League. It would be such an amazing feeling if Tottenham wins it, because with all said, that's a trophy that Arsenal has never managed to win in their whole illustrious 138 years. I mean, this fan base, they've won the league 13 times. Yes. When was the last time? 21 years? 22 years?
Something like that.
You know,
2003, 22
and
years.
and if you talk to them, they claim they're in the same bracket, with the likes of the elites of Europe, Bayern München and Real Madrid and Liverpool, and with the elites of Europe. You've won fuck all in Europe for the whole history. The Cup Winners' Cup once. You go to argue with the fans, they come up with all these arguments why I'll give them one thing. They're the best in the world of finding excuses of not to win. Once is the PMGO, once is this referee, once is the injuries, once it's a conspiracy, once it's Liverpool in the right timing, in the right moment, once, I don't know, every time there's something. I mean, every time there's something. And every single one in the world knows that what do they need? They need a striker. Now let's go and buy another midfielder. That's the genius of
But
Arteta. Yeah, because we need another midfielder. I mean,
that's
yes,
exactly it.
yeah,
Yes, that's exactly what they need.
they're gonna buy a striker, no doubt. But if I was them, I would be focusing there. I mean, okay, they can say that Zubamendi, we wanted him. We didn't come to Liverpool because obviously back then he thought he's gonna miss the mountains. Apparently he will swap the mountains of San Sebastian with the high-rise building of London, so the same scenery in a way. But I would say it in a different way. I mean, moving from Real Sociedad, you've won shit all the last I don't know decades. So you're moving to Arsenal, who've won shit all also the last I don't know how many decades. So it's not going to be a big change. I
No,
get
no.
him. I get why he doesn't want to move to
He'll
Liverpool.
he'll
But
feel at home. He'll feel
yeah,
at home.
this will be a really weird feeling to be champions, you know. So I get it. I moved to Arsenal is better. They've won fuck all, just same as Real Suicide. Suicide is the fourth or the fifth. Arsenal is the second or the third. So you know,
Not much
uh,
difference.
yeah, yeah,
You're used to, you feel at home. You're used to the
yeah,
ambiance and the
and
position and all that stuff.
And you know what? I'll ask my buddy Mourinho because Mourinho used to play with him in Real Sociedad. And he gave him a call. He said, "How's it there now?" I was like, "Yeah, great, man. I'm playing as a number 9, so you can come. You can play any place you want. I mean, this is Arteta. So what do? We throw Mourinho as a number 9. And everybody comes up waxing because that's a genius move because he's got 2 goals, 2 fluke goals. So yeah, okay. But again, give him another 5 years because 5 years to prove your worth is not enough. Give another 5 years. The funny part is that Slot has superseded his legacy in his first season. And Arteta has 6 years, and this guy came out of nowhere from the Dutch Farmers League, and he superseded his legacy. This genius of football, you know, this guy, this Balti guy came from Netherlands, he superseded his legacy just 1 season. You know what's not even 1 year. It's like literally 10 months. This is the genius of Arteta. I mean, yeah, but go ahead and try to have a discussion with an Arsenal fan, and you listen to all these things.
Maz, there's a few Arsenal fans out there that are devastated. I mean, Robbie being one of them from Arsenal TV. Um, he's saying that
But now,
Liverpool were better.
let's talk about Robbie.
Okay,
This guy, I mean, I love him, by the way.
me too.
I
I
uh,
think I
I
think
mean, he's a
he
great guy.
is a genuine. I swear,
Yeah,
he's genuine.
he's a nice
He's right
bloke.
out there.
He's
Yeah,
a nice, he
well
is a nice
spoken.
bloke. But I'll tell you something. How even this guy, who usually speaks sense, has become so delusioned that he checked that okay, the Pope died, so Arsenal is
Oh
going to win
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
Champions
yeah,
League.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
how on earth could you link those two?
Yeah, that was a weird one, that one. Yeah. Like when you're when you're drowning and you see a toothpick and you think it's a log,
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. I know where he's coming from. It, Maz, if I was we were waiting 30 years, but at least we won the Champions League in that period. But we were waiting 30 years, but we didn't do what they did. I
no, no,
mean,
there's a difference, Mo. We never praised. We kept on supporting managers. Yes, the only one probably Roy Hodgson because he didn't have the mentality and the spirit of a Liverpool manager. But the rest, you know, I have to give them 4 or 5 years. After 5 years, we'll start to question if they're really good enough.
true,
Even Benitez, he came close to winning the league. He won us the FA Cup. He won us the Champions League. When he was sacked, yeah, that was a shock, but it wasn't really okay. Something out of the context because the
because
year
the last season
before
was shit. Yeah,
he ended up seventh. So
that's
I
true.
mean, this guy, yes, I get it. You play well here and there. You've been occupying the second place for I don't know how long. It's like it's a property of Arsenal, the second place in the league. Okay, guys, we're gonna that or the champion will be the champion. Usually they will win. The second place is reserved for Arsenal. The rest will fight for the other Champions League spots. It's sort of every year. The only difference is that who's gonna be the champions. The rest are more or less is the same. Uh, but again, the Arsenal fans, I mean, you remember in the beginning in November, what did they say? We prefer to have Liverpool ahead with 7 points than City. Easy peasy, we'll catch them. Okay, that wasn't the case. And then, fine, Liverpool, as Arteta said, the wheels will fall out for Liverpool. Usually that's what they do in
That's
March.
true.
And we will
That's true.
catch it, and we will catch them. It didn't
Yes.
happen. And then he comes out, okay, we were the better team in the Champions League. He didn't say we were the better team in the league. But again, if we go back to the Champions League, I mean, I don't like Peter Schmeichel because he was a United player, but I like how he looks at things. And he said, Arteta comes and he says, we were the better team in the Champions League, and they were the better team in the first match for like 18 minutes only, and
Yeah.
they were the better team in the second match with like 15 minutes only. But he has the nerves to come out and say, we are the best team in Europe.
You know what, Maz? We go back to the toothpick and the and drowning. He's done. He knows.
He
5 years you
he
have to show
is
for.
look. He is the reason why they're not winning. If
No,
you
he's
if you come out with excuses every time, your players would pick it from you.
what
If you put this conspiracy theories all the time in the minds of your players, then it will come back to you. Look,
he's
there's no
Spanish. He's emotional,
yeah.
Maz.
It's not emotional. He's a drama queen.
Yeah, that's true, but
He's
they're
desperate.
that's what the Spaniards are, aren't they? I mean, when things go their way, they're all like, "Oh, look at us," and all this
And
stuff. And then when they start losing, look at Barcelona, look at Real Madrid.
let me give you another stat. The difference between the outplay goals, Liverpool and Arsenal, I think almost 20. Because Arsenal is very well known, although I haven't done
Set
it in
pieces.
the set pieces. I
Mm.
mean, to a point, it's really not only Arsenal and Aston Villa. To a point, it gets really annoying. I mean, free kicks and corners are part of the game. Yes, I get it. I understand it. But if we want to put step percent of the game, I mean, every time comes a corner or comes something,
That was
as
at the
a
beginning, especially.
the,
Yeah.
the the assistant jumps into the technical area and starts waving his hands. This guy from Arsenal and the other one with the ponytail from Aston Villa. It's like, I mean, this is a circus. This is not football.
Well, it's part of the game, Maz. I mean, I kind of disagree with you with that. We at some point, Liverpool, if you remember, had issues with set pieces, the defending wise, if you remember, under Klopp at the beginning, especially. And it's part of the game. Yes, it's a
Yeah,
very
but would
important
you?
part of the game.
Yeah, it is
I
very
disagree
important.
with you on that one.
No, it
I
is very
think that
important.
one,
But
their problem is a striker. You know it, I know it. It's been a striker since day one.
no, no,
Me,
not no. That's not the problem, Mo. If you plant this mentality in the players' minds that okay, we're gonna score, fight for to get a corner or free kick. You stop playing
yeah,
football.
that's well,
And they
true. Yes.
and lately they've changed a little bit. To be honest, they started to try to play football, and mainly I think because of Declan Rice. But before that, everybody knew Arsenal throw themselves because they want to have a free kick or a corner. You stop playing football if that's the aim. You don't win
He
trophies with
doesn't
that.
have any other ideas, Maz. The guy's run out of
Obviously,
ideas. He was the victim of his own success because he
uh,
won the FA
what
Cup.
what success?
Sorry,
If I may
first
ask.
the the FA Cup, winning that on in your first season, that gave everyone hope. Okay, he won the. I know it's not a
Mo,
cup.
Mo,
It's
Mo. No,
an
Mo,
exaggerated friendly.
buddy. Rogers
Yeah.
won the FA Cup with Leicester.
No, no, I understand. No, no. Look,
Ten Hag won two cups with United, and look at how United fans treat them.
that's exactly it. I'm just saying that the first season
Amorim,
you come in, you
Amorim
win.
is
He,
gonna win
Maz, he
the
really
Europa League.
thought.
He's
No,
got
no, no,
this
no,
Amorim.
no. Don't say that.
He's gonna
Don't
win.
say
Look,
that.
look, he's gonna win the Europa League, and on paper they're gonna both play in the Champions League, which is the highest achievement of Arsenal this season. We're gonna be in the Champions League
Well,
with a
Tottenham
trophy,
could win it.
with a trophy that they don't have in
Just
the
imagine.
so-called museum, Arsenal
Just
Museum.
you know what? I'm gonna lay it out there. Just imagine if Tottenham win the Europa League.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
That would be devastating for Arsenal because, I mean,
I mean,
honestly, these
look,
guys did it the easy way. These guys did it the
I
hard way to
no,
get into the
I
Champions
don't
League.
care. I don't care what the Arsenal fan says. That would be a bigger season than Arsenal. They've won the
Of
Europa
course.
League. They're going to pay the Champions League. It's the same what Arsenal is going to do.
No, it's what Maz. It's not where you turned up. It's it's what you achieved that year. Second place, yeah, big achievement, but you won nothing. No one remembers second runners up.
Of course
Sorry.
not. Of course not.
We came in runners up like 4 or 5 times. I think more than that.
Yeah.
throughout the Premier League era. But no one remembers that. I mean,
No,
we
of
don't want
course.
to even remember it because it's second.
We've,
You were
we've
nothing,
got Mo. We've got 97 points.
and we came up second.
97. We came up second. That
Yeah.
doesn't count. So it's the
Yes.
same with Arsenal. You
And
can,
94, I think, right? 90, 97 and
yeah.
94. Yeah. No,
So
I
yeah,
don't think Arsenal have reached those heights yet.
no,
91 is the highest.
there's something fundamentally wrong with them. They need to change it. By the way, what they said to City, they should take the advice.
Being humble. Yeah.
They should be humble. This is what caught them at the end. They were not humble. They were not realistic. They were pumped up for no specific reason. Now it's always Arsenal doesn't work with them when they are the upper dogs. It doesn't work with them. You see it. It doesn't work with them. I mean, forget about the season. The season before last season, they led until February, March.
Mm.
That's the longest in the history of the Premier League for a team to be on top, longest number of weeks to be on top and to
And
lose.
not win it. Mm.
So they're breaking records with Arteta, no doubt. I mean, 3 times in a row, second the longest team to be on top of the league for how many weeks, and they're breaking records. I mean, I'll give it to him. I'm not sure if these are the records who their fans are chasing. I mean, and you know, and they go and they put the champions to a 2025 on the back of their shares, going to how more delusional can you be?
Yeah, that was way too early to celebrate that. If it was a final, I
It's
would
from
understand it's a 50-50.
mate. It's from a team that has never won it.
I
So it's not
know.
like you won it year in year out, and this is you're gonna win it again.
If it was
They've
Real
never
Madrid,
done
we
it.
would understand. Yes,
Yeah.
I agree. You know what, Maz? My problem, uh, it's that team that you're making fun of has kind of dampened the mood in at Anfield today. I mean, to be honest, they weren't really good first half, but second half, you got to admit they were way better than we were.
Yeah, but I mean, if the mood is dampened, Mo, I'd suggest to book a ticket, go the 26th of May. You'll see the parade. I mean, Arsenal
Yeah,
fans
yeah.
also.
That'll make you feel better.
And by the way, just go back to a video which you've sent me. I think this question is for the Everton fans, guys. In the museum, do you have any special cabinet with the sizes of the Premier League Cup? Because obviously, it's a bit smaller.
And that was from the 70s.
Did you take that into consideration in the new museum, or your guys
That
were
was
just
from the
realistic?
70s, Maz. And
Yeah,
they just, I mean, it can't be more insulting that they went to Liverpool to take the dimensions of
yeah,
the cup
yeah,
and
yeah.
came back. I mean, at least have some pride and go somewhere
No,
else.
and you know what? I'm not going to even mention the big ears and the Champions League because these guys never played in the competition. Not
I know.
never
No, they
mind.
did. Under Moyes
No,
won in
no,
the
they didn't.
qualifiers.
No, and the qualifiers and Villarreal knocked them out. They never ever played in this
Yeah.
competition. Never mind winning it. You never played in it. You know,
Oh my God.
this is how.
That would be an achievement for Everton at this point. But nevertheless, it was a disappointing day for Liverpool, I thought. I mean,
Yeah, I thought they should
I'm
have won.
worried, Maz. I'm worried shitless for about next season. Thank God we won
Uh,
it this year. That
yeah.
gives me a break. I can live with just competing and not winning it next year. I mean, it's gonna hurt. Don't get me wrong, but
No,
at least I can give him a chance.
I get
Be-
you. I get you. I'm just waiting for the summer to see who are we gonna buy. I think I do believe with like because if I was going with a friend about okay the rebuild, the size of the rebuild in Liverpool, and I'm not sure if you really count it. There's a possibility that we're gonna lose 9+ players this summer. I mean, the number itself is huge if you look at it. I mean, it's 9+. We'll start probably. Tsimikas is gone.
yeah.
Trent is gone.
Hmm.
Jota probably is gone. Nunez is gone. Diaz has also been talked about that he's going to be sold because he's not renewing his contract and he will get big bucks from Saudi. Who else? We've got few also.
Konate.
Konate, yeah, depends if he renews or not. Harvey Elliott will be, I think he's gone because he won't get the minutes. You know, if you calculate them, it's like more than 9 players if we put the fringe also. Uh, so that's a huge rebuilding in the summer. Again, all we need, I think, is like 4 players, four class players. I would go for a left back. I
And
would
a right
go
back.
for another defender, and I would definitely go for a decent striker.
You
And
need
I
two.
think,
Maz, if you're losing three, you need two. Case is not staying. I mean, unless he intends to keep him, why didn't he play him today? I have no idea.
no,
A
Chiesa will
perfect
be
game for
sold.
him
Yeah,
to see him.
Chiesa will be sold,
There
definitely.
you go. So you need two strikers, not one.
Endo will leave, definitely. He's not getting the minutes. I don't think he likes to be on the bench a lot. I mean, spot on for his attitude, but he's not that type of player. I don't think he will be on the bench next season.
Well,
So
I think keeping him is
it's
a
key.
big thing at this point. He's not bad, but at the same time, you know, he keeps his mouth shut. And
Yeah, the thing is that I think next season Steven Bajcetic will be back, and he's done well in the La Liga this season. To earn him at least a spot on the place on the bench, and he'll play at least in the cup competitions. He's good. He's decent. He's got potential, loads of potential. So I think he'll get the chance that Endo is getting now. If Liverpool goes and buys, yes, I think we have a good chance to be in the mix.
4 players is not enough, Maz. From what you're telling me, 4 players is not enough. I think six is the bare minimum. Uh, if you're losing the front three, Diaz, Nunes, and Jota, you need two to replace them. Okay.
Yeah,
If you're sorry, you do. Even if they're young, I don't care, but you do need two. You need a defender, as you said. You need a right and a left, okay, and a midfielder. So what's that? That's three, four, five, six. 6 players, right?
yeah,
Three,
yeah,
four,
yeah,
five.
probably.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So if it's not six, we're doomed next season. I mean, if injuries start to pile up, we're screwed. If Salah doesn't shine like he did this season, we're done.
Yeah, this is why it's crucial to get someone who can actually score goals.
You
I
need
would,
someone that
yeah.
scores for fun. We need Suarez. Someone exactly like him that hits the ground running the minute you get him into the team.
But
That's what we need.
the thing is that if you look, I don't know, in Europe, we don't have many options, available.
No,
Strikers, I mean,
I mean, there's no shining stars out there. I mean, Lamine Yamal. I mean, that's the only one. And God,
uh,
he's not coming to England. No way. Well,
he's got a release clause of 1 billion, so I'm not sure Fenway Group will pay that money.
I don't think any club would pay that money besides the Saudi league. I don't know.
It's gonna be tricky. I try to believe that they have someone in mind. I hope that they will conduct their business early, not leave it late. This summer will be the chance for Richard Hughes to prove his worth. Because last season, okay, he decided to have a gamble. Nobody knew that we're gonna win, so it was a transition period. I thought even internally they said, let's give him a year to assess the squad and then do the rebuilding. We won the Champions League, we won the Premier League, so now it's a different game. I personally don't think there was a real intention to renew Salah and Van Dijk. Everybody probably thought that, okay, they're not going to perform like what they've done. But I am worried
Their
about
performances this year made
uh,
them do that. Yes.
I'm worried about Richard Hughes for the reason. If you paid Salah and you paid Virgil more money, you increased their salary, you gave them a 2-year contract, why the fuck did you wait then? This is what they wanted in the beginning. I
I
thought you were
think
supposed to reduce their salaries and give them shorter contracts. So you give them more. This is exactly what they wanted. So why didn't you give them the more in the beginning of
I
the
think it was the 3 years for Salah, Maz. I think
Yeah,
the
yeah,
issue, you said it just now, you touched up on a good point. I think the renewing wasn't really on the table, you know.
yeah.
They
They wanted to
were,
see.
but then what happened this season was like, hold on. I mean, if it wasn't for these two,
Yeah.
you get me?
Beside,
So
beside,
maybe we,
beside, the backlash of the fans would have been
of
huge
course,
to lose them both. I mean,
I mean that
they
both
wouldn't forgive
things,
them.
yes, they
Yeah,
played in hand, but that's the reason why. I'm nevertheless, I'm still terrified of next season. That's not going to go away, and thanks for the insight and thanks for cheering me up. I mean, you really made me laugh today. Again, um, what I mean, we won the league. Yes, it's just a matter of time. It's what pisses me off the most was Salah gave some really good assists today.
yeah,
No one really, that really hurts a lot. All the hard work that this guy does. Look, I we talk about him. We say that he was shit this game, that game, whatever.
yeah,
But the worst that he can get to, he's an arm and a leg above the rest. You get me? He's way beyond the rest.
no, yeah.
And even on a bad day, he does something. The rest don't. I mean, sorry,
Yeah,
the rest don't.
I get you. Yeah, and Salah on his worst days will give you an assist or two or score. I mean, this is sort of guaranteed with Salah. He'll produce some magical moment at a point. You can't get this for granted from the others. I thought Gakpo was really consistent, reliable before the injury. After the injury, something happened. I mean, look at the first
He
goal.
wasn't
Credit,
bad today, just to let you know. He
no,
wasn't
but
bad today.
look at him. Credit for him. He came back quickly and he scored the goal. But the attack before that one, he should have given to
Yeah.
Salah. That was a goal. Salah was alone. He
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 was way
he was.
late with that one.
Yeah,
100%, I agree. You know what, Maz? I think the idea of Salah needs to give an assist is in their heads.
yeah,
He doesn't need to score. So everyone's trying to give him the ball to assist. And he thought if I give it to him, he's going to score it. Then,
yeah,
maybe I can do something else. And then maybe because I see on the pitch, they're all like, oh, Salah's in a good position to score, but they don't give it to him. You get me? It happened more than once in the game. Anyway, it is what it is. Unfortunately, it's good to get back to this, Maz. It's been a while you and I haven't really set up an episode, and
yeah.
um,
We were celebrating something that Arsenal fans I'm not familiar with. We're celebrating.
I still I know Maz, you don't like to hear this, but I do feel sorry for them. Not that they didn't win the league this year, but the previous
I'm
seasons.
enjoying the tears as much I'm enjoying winning the league. I mean, equally. It's
I swear, if you want to, yeah, the del- it's I don't know what to say, man.
it's
I've heard a lot of
embarrassing.
people talk, and it's if I was in that, I just keep my mouth shut. I can only blame myself. I can't blame Liverpool. I mean, if I was an Arsenal fan, thank God I'm not. I wouldn't blame Liverpool. You blame yourself for not winning it. We
No,
blamed ourselves all season for our
no,
performances that we're going to throw it away, right?
no.
And we didn't, luckily.
We shouldn't have won it, man. I don't know what Arsenal fans want. Nobody should have won it. Forfeit the season and give us the second place and no champions. Tell us how this is how we do it, the Arsenal way.
Oh my God. It's always good talking to you, buddy.
Yeah, too, but
We'll check and see. There's some good matches coming up. The Europa
yeah,
League, the Europa League final is a great one to watch, and we'll try to sort something out for that one, Maz. All right,
yeah,
buddy.
yeah.
Thank
We'll
you
do.
very
We'll do
much.
it.
Thank you
Would you?
very much.
Cheers.
Always a
Bye bye.
pleasure, buddy.
Bye
Take
bye.
care.
Bye
Bye.
bye.